Hi everyone, it's Claudine here, and I have been asked to do a process video on how I did the layering on the top of this book or this journal that I made. So I apologize for the delay, but I finally got this video up and I'm going to use this corrugated cardboard instead of an actual book cover, because I don't want another book cover just like it. So we'll just use this piece of corrugated cardboard. And I'm going to use some acrylic black paint, and that's how I covered the book cover, and paint over it. And I'm speeding it up a little bit to save some time because this video is really long. I like working with cardboard. I like making my tags with cardboard as well. It just seemed sturdier to hold the embellishments. Okay, so I'm blow drying it here. And what I'm showing you is the corrugated paper right there that you see. That's regular corrugated paper, but I'm just going to go ahead and rip this cardboard and use that instead. Okay, here we are. I finished it, and as you can see, I didn't take all that paper off. In fact, I left a lot of it in the center, which is good. That'll give me something to glue the paper to. And I'm going to paint this black, and I'm just basically concentrating on the edges, because that's the only thing that's going to show. Okay, blow dry it, and next thing I'm going to do, these are the pieces of paper that I cut out, and I'm going to just stamp it with some text, script and text that I have, and just showing you the kind of stamps that I'm using. And as you can see on this piece of paper, I'm stamping it at an angle just to give it a different look. Doesn't matter, I'm not trying to make anything perfect. I cut out several pieces of paper from some scrap. I'm pointing to that little strip there. I'm just going to go ahead and hand cut a piece out. And I used my little Sizzix die to cut out some of the other pieces, and just different patterns. And right here I'm showing you how I cut out the point, and it's not pointed enough, so I keep cutting. Cut it again. Okay, one more time. Here we go. And that's the flower punch that I used for the big flower. And I'm cutting two out of that one sheet, and then I'm going to use a brighter color just to give it a different look. That's a small little daisy petal flower. And this is a walnut stain, and I'm going to distress all the little pieces of paper that I just stamped. I'm showing you that little block of stamp wood there. My husband made that for me, and I just put some Velcro on it, and I use that for my distressing tool. And I'm doing the corners on the back side of these because I want to curl up the corners, and that way they'll have that distressed look on the back corner. And that little piece there that I'm distressing looks like something took a bite out of it, and that doesn't matter. It was just out of some scrap paper that I cut that out of, and so that part won't even show the way I'll have it tucked in the paper, so it doesn't matter. So I'm gathering those up. I'm going to do some zigzag stitching on them and everything. And what I'm doing right here is making a couple little tickets. I looked all over for my roll of old tickets, and I know I got some around here somewhere. A friend of mine gave them to me. I can't find it, so I'm just going to make up my own little tickets, and that's what I'm doing right here. I've never made these before, so I don't even know what it's going to turn out. I'm using weathered wood to distress it, and even those other tickets I used on my other journal book are more of a solid color. I don't try to make these really solid, and doing it this way gives them more of a distressed look anyway. And then I'm going to edge it with some walnut stain. On those original tickets, it had a little square rectangle on the inside in red, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just copying that. Stamping the word keep, and it got a little lopsided there. That fit, but I couldn't stamp this. It says keep this, and so I'm just going to hand write that in, and some numbers, making it up as I go along, you know. And on this other one, it's supposed to say ticket across the top, and I was getting the little letters together, and I'm showing you that the whole thing, that's just part of the word, and they won't even fit on there. So I ended up just handwriting it in. Okay, I'm just using a distressing tool here to rough up the edges. And I'm going to mat this piece right here on some black paper. But first I want to add some walnut stain to the edges where it's really white, where I did the distressing. Right here I'm rubbing some of that Inca Gold, and it's that copper color. And I didn't do it on the original journal that I did, but I'm putting it on this one because I really like it. I wish I had done it on the other book, but I'm just showing you how it looks. I'm adding this strip here to the left side, and it's just to assimilate the binding of the book cover, and I'm just adding that in just for looks. This is some decorative tape, and I'm just going to add it to two of the corners. And I apologize for how close my camera seems to be to the project. It sits on this arm over my table, and I didn't realize it. My camera keeps dropping lower and lower and lower. And okay, here I'm just gluing on that corrugated piece, and I'm just going to start laying the pieces out to get an idea of what they'll look like. That's the mat to that top sheet. I'm going to distress that. And as you can see, I'm using Eileen's just for some of this gluing for the papers. And that's the big flower punch that I stitched all around the edges, and I'm going to distress them a little. And glue them together. I'm just going to run some string through this button and make a little bow. And that'll be the center part of the flower. Fluff up the flower petals a little. These little green daisies, I'll distress them. And I'm going to emboss them on the back side a little to give them some shape. That's one of those little tags that I cut out. It's that Tim Holtz with the tags, and distress that and add some of that decorative tape to the bottom of it, or the side of it, I'm sorry. And that's the little ringlet, and I just colored it with a marker. And run some string through it. Another little tag that comes with that die cut. On this little piece that I cut out, I'm just doing some faux stitching, and I just decided I wanted to do it that way instead of doing some actual stitching on it. Okay, I'm just adding the piece to the side there to try to figure out how much of that zebra tape I want to put on that edge. And that little piece there is supposed to just slide up under, and that's why I don't glue all the way to the edge of that corrugated, because I'll be sticking papers and everything underneath it, and that's going to stick out just a little bit, but I'm alright with that. The fun thing about putting this journal cover together was nothing has to be perfect, and it wasn't. It was just a conglomerate of patterns and papers and stitching, and that's what made it fun. And adding some more of that zebra tape. And that's another piece that I had already cut out. I'm going to stick it in the top. And I'm adding some more glue under that corrugated now, just so when I stick that other little tag in at the top, it won't fall all the way through. And that's what I was doing there. And just laying the pieces out to get an idea of how I was going to do this. And I'm just going to glue the top parts of all those pieces down to begin with, because I'll be adding some more at the bottom. And this way it'll just be held in place and won't be moving around. These are some little fiber pieces that I have, and I'm just adding that under that matting. And that's a little tab. And then that was cut from the Tim Holtz die cut as well. Okay, now I'm just putting the little pieces of lace that I have. And a little lace trend to put up at the top right hand corner. Right here I'm just showing you where I got the little alphabet out of that paper pad. I just took the letter I, and then I went to another paper stack and got the letters M and Y for my, and I'm going to place it on that black paper for some matting. And the heart that I used on the first cover was a little sticker, and I don't have any of those big hearts left. So I'm just going to peel that paper back and trace it out on some cardstock paper and cut it out. It's one of those uneven hearts, and I'm just going to cut it out. It's not going to be perfect. And I'm going to show you Cheez-It box, and that's what I use to make a backing for the heart. And erase the pencil line and distress it a little. Using a magic marker here to edge the edges of it. Adding a button. Okay, that's as close as I can get to matching the original cover on the other journal. So here's a little close-up of it. And I didn't add a little charm to it, but that gives you an idea how I did this. I hope that helps. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.